It's Potomac Day, and we are live. It is Potomac Day. It is Wednesday. Potomac is literally, oh, guys, there's so much to talk about. So, this is Reality with Krista Marie and the Who's Starting On podcast. We are live on YouTube. I'm sorry, live on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter. And then also, this will be on the Who's Starting On podcast side, so you'll be listening to it. If you're listening then on the other side, please follow the podcast if you have not. Please give me a 5-star review. And if you don't like it, then you can give me a rating and let me know what I can change or what I can work on. I say that all the time. Also, Who's Starting On? I do it Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and it's 12:15. And it's live, like I said. I have an open chat, an open panel, which let me remind me, I dropped the link. So on the podcast side, if you hear me, it sounds like I'm talking to myself. I'm really not. I'm interacting with the chat. I'm trying my best to make sure I keep, I keep the comments so you guys know what I'm saying or who I'm answering or what I'm talking. Hey, Money Grace. People are starting to come in the room now. We dropped the link. Hopefully people know that I have that there. Anybody? And it's an open panel. Everybody's welcome. And it's everybody's opinions too. Opposing opinions, everything. You guys know that. So subscribe, like the comments section. The replay crew, let me know what you guys think about what I am talking about today, because we're going into Potomac. But guys, I don't even know what to think about this. I mean, I know what I think. I just feel like I don't know. What do you guys think about the show all over? Like, do you think it's going downhill? Do you believe that Gizelle said that girl that said that she was Chris Bassett's mistress, which nobody believed her? And the story came out that it was false, and she just basically apologized. Since what I've heard, I refuse to listen to her. But she said that she didn't ever meet the guy, blah, blah, blah. Then the person that she was, I guess, I don't know, somebody asked her who set her up, and she said Gizelle. And nobody believes her. And I don't know why nobody believes her. After watching this episode, I have no doubt in my mind that Trashley, Slobyn, and Gizelle, hey, thank you for that. Yeah, like button. Oh my god, also the notification, guys, too, so you know when I go live. Do you guys get a let me know if you guys get a any kind of notification on like YouTube, or like, I know I send you guys the link and everything, but do you guys get a notification when I go live? I'm wondering if they're doing it for you. But anyway, so okay, let's just remember this now, guys. So before I even get into this, let's just back up. Trashley's husband, which I believe nothing in the relationship has changed. The only thing that has changed is that Bravo didn't want that scumbag on there anymore, and Trashley knew that, so she had to act like she was going to divorce that retard, even though we know that this is the relationship they've had the entire time. Okay? It doesn't matter. Now, it's just because Bravo didn't want this asshole anymore, because guess what? He was a problem, remember? So how dare him sue Candace? And then remember, he's suing Candace, Trashley's husband, who we know that their relationship is still the same as it always was, okay? She's just doing this for show. Whatever. Her husband is suing Trashley, is suing Candace. Okay? Slobyn has a reason to deflect from Candace, for Candace. Gizelle hates Wendy, which I think they're also going after the Osefos. Hello, Sesame Street. And then you invite her to, Trashley invites her to the home, whatever, her party. She starts a bunch of shit between Nneka and Wendy, right? Even though Nneka is not as educated as she thinks she is, because they missed a moment, okay? Her and Wendy missed a moment for me. These two most educated women did not figure out that these assholes are pinning each other, like everybody's pinning them against each other. And I don't think it started with Trashley either. It happened before that, but we'll get into that. But my whole heart thing, I hope, oh, thank you. There's my best friend, Lorene. Hey, babe. I love her so much. Thank you, being here. Thank you. So listen, we already know that she's being sued. So why in the world would anybody think that Candace would want to be around Trashley when her husband is suing Candace because she says that Candace is reckless at the mouth and it cost him his business? When this asshole got literally his whole ass shown, got caught so many times on camera, basically essaying a cameraman, okay, allegedly. Read my banner. I really shouldn't have to say allegedly, which I think there was cameras, and I think they made a mistake by saying that there wasn't. But if you add all this up, right, Gizelle admitted this episode that she is not forgiving Candace for saying that her uterus was old. Okay, you accused her husband of SA. And then now, allegedly, Gizelle, you hired that lady that went on to that other person's podcast or YouTube channel, which I'm not going to say her name either, but if you guys know what I'm talking about, the person that she went to first, which I think, what is she not learning her lesson at all? Whatever, girl. I'm not going to say her name, but you know what I'm saying. Hey, Naughty, I believe that, yes, Gizelle did. Or Slobyn, Gizelle, Trashley, Michael, they have it out for the Osefos. They have it out for the Bassetts. It's obvious because nothing's working and they keep doing it. And this episode just proved this to me. Naughty, please tell me that you watched this and you, am I crazy? I believe Gizelle set, I'm not going to say her name, but you know what I'm talking about, set that Chris Bassett thing up. I think she is telling the truth. I don't know. You look, I don't believe, we shouldn't believe anything she says, but at this point, I don't believe Gizelle and Slobyn either. And I really don't believe that Slobyn and Gizelle are really beefing over Juan, because Juan don't give a shit. And I really think either Slobyn is, you know what, we're going to do the episode and we'll talk about it. But my whole thing is, Wendy and Nneka missed a moment because they're very educated and they're not stupid. So how are you letting these Slobyn and Gizelle, and how are you letting these people, fake mission? Yeah, exactly. They definitely did, Naughty. Definitely. After this episode, Gizelle has, I dropped the link in case you want to come up. Gizelle said it. She's not forgiving Candace. What? Like, am I delusional? That's why I said we're in the land of Delulus, okay? The land of the effing fucking delusional. Because Slobyn and Juan can just literally, come on, man, Robin. Are you this stupid? We'll talk about this, okay? But, okay, Trashley. That is your name from now on because you look like trash and you act like trash. And I don't know what your little whispering thing is, but, like, honestly, I know, I wish Wendy wouldn't have reacted the way she did. I don't blame her. But like I said, these two women are too educated for this. And Nneka, what are you doing, man? Like you, why? Okay, so it's okay to use Wendy's name to get your ass on the show, right? But now it's like, oh, I don't know her, and you're whispering to the green-eyed bandits, and you're calling her, you're saying her mom does what you're like. What are you? The show's going downhill, okay, and you're making it worse. Exactly, but I understand how she reacted, but listen. They're two educated women to let this, that like they should have literally not even talked about this on camera. Nneka is not, she's not stupid. I don't know why she, and then her husband, who do you think you are? You're a doctor, sir. You're a doctor, sir. And you're going to go, you're basically getting up in Eddie's face. And Eddie's like, Jesus, poor Smiley over there. He does smile a lot though, but it's not working. Okay. Listen, it's not that, but I believe that Candace and Chris and the Osefos just need to leave the show. Get off the show, or the Green-Eyed Bandits go. Because Karen's delusional if she thinks that any of these people want to be around each other. This is so much deeper than just some stupid shit. Like, this is like SA expect. You know what I mean? Like, no. Like, you're trying to ruin families, Gizelle. Why? Because you don't have one? She's right. Like, I swear to God, I'm gonna get. All right, I'm gonna start that. I was screaming at my TV. I said, "This is what you're giving us, these fucking bitches." I was like, "What in the world?" I couldn't even believe it. And I'm like, Karen, what are you doing? Pickles and sloppy Joe. That's what we do. Oh my God, Karen. I know that you're not white. Jesus Christ, pickleball. That was some white people stuff. I would have liked it. I'm just saying, Karen, you're delusional. If you do not want to be. Listen, but like, I know, and I know that chick was a joke. A chick was such a joke. It didn't make any sense. Like, let me do, like, okay, like when you say, oh, but I love this guy and he's such a great guy, I just want to let you know that. If that's true, just saying that's true, why would you come out and talk shit? Why would you tell on him? What was that for? You know what I mean? So obviously it wasn't true because you were like set up. And you know what? It was probably Gizelle. It's probably all of them. Oh, you are? No, you're not. You're backstage? I'll see you. Let me drop the link again real quick. Maybe I have the wrong link. Copy. Try that one, babe. So, yeah, okay. So, before we even get into the episode, like literally, like all the like previews of Robin saying that Wendy's doing, oh my God, Wendy's mom's doing voodoo and stuff. Like, there you are. I'm bringing Nadia up because she's a lot more. She'll have a lot to add to this. Hey, girl.
Hey, girl. Hey, I'm so happy you're talking about this because I just watched this episode. I wanted to like scream through the TV, but I've always said that mistress was planted by the Green Eye Bandits. They've been coming for Candace's marriage for the very beginning because they're both miserable in their relationships and in their life. The mistress came out and apologized and said it was a lie.
I know. So now what? Gizelle, and she also said Gizelle set her up, right?
Exactly.
But I believe her. I actually believe her for this one time.
This episode, which I was always wondering what the heck pickleball was all about. Okay. Like
that was some Karen's delusional.
Half the cast is delusional. And yes. I don't know. I'm gonna let you do your review because I want to know what you think about Wendy. I have my thoughts on her whole.
She missed a moment. They are too educated to let that to act like that and have the Green Eye Bandits and them whispering and snickering the whole time.
Yeah,
because they got them upset, and it's like they don't know how to act when they get upset. You know what I'm saying? Just like it's like I don't. Wendy and NECA, like it's okay to use her name to get on the show, but now you're going to take the Green Eye Bandit side and say all kinds of shit about her mom. Now you deserve a phone call. You know what I'm saying? Like this is like crazy to me. And her husband's a doctor. You're a doctor, sir. What do you get in people's faces for?
I mean, I just thought it was all ridiculous. Like, let's start off with messy Ashley Darby. Trashley spreading not spreading gossip to me, unnecessary gossip. Because at first I didn't feel like NECA she meant any harm. You understand?
Right.
But the way Ashley took it back to Wendy, to me, she was just being messy boots as usual. Like, why did you have to go and repeat this?
They're setting them up. They're doing everything. They're all in cahoots. I swear to God. Robin, Slobyn, Trashley, Gizelle to get Wendy off the show or ruin marriages. Basically, I think they're all in cahoots because Michael is suing Candace for some shit that suing Candace. Right? Their marriage hasn't changed. We're not stupid. Robin didn't want you anymore, sir. So she had to divorce him. The same relationship they've always had. We're not stupid.
Come on. Open relationship. Just say you have an open relationship, period.
Right.
No, Mike swings both ways. Okay. Like he likes to hit for the other team from time to time. And that is his business.
Well, he got caught too many goddamn times.
Exactly.
On camera, sir.
You can't run, but you can't hide. But I was really disappointed in the way Wendy responded. I felt like it was kind of a deflection and distraction.
Yeah. Weird.
Because if it's not true, I'm not going to get all up in arms. I'm going to just say it's not true. My mom did that.
I think her mom did, but I don't think I think she added a lot. I think NECA added a lot of things to it. I think she represented the situation, represented the phone call. I really do.
Okay.
She had a lunch with Robin and everything changed after that. All of a sudden now she's on Slobyn and Gizelle's side and she's doing their dirty work because she doesn't make any damn sense now.
NECA better watch Robin because you see, she told Robin confidence and she turned around and told Gizzy. Okay. Like, I'm like, what happened to the vote of confidence? Like,
she looks stupid.
Slobyn
looks stupid.
And I also found it odd the way Wendy's husband responded to NECA's husband about the unfollowing. Either you did or you didn't.
I think Wendy did it. Don't you think
so
Wendy probably did?
Yes, I think so too.
It's goddamn Facebook. I mean, really. Those guys don't go on Facebook like that. I don't think Wendy did it, and Wendy probably, and that's what I'm saying. I'm disappointed in her too. I don't know what she was doing with me. I'm like, Wendy, what? Like your reaction is odd. But even so, a shrine. What is wrong with somebody who is a Catholic person or like has a not a shrine, but like, I don't know. I think that she's completely like acting like a shrine for like a Catholic priest is like something very bad or like voodoo. They're adding all this stuff in it because of that our article, I believe, and I think that's an attack on their family. And I think NECA is,
regardless of their religion or not, the African culture, they're known to practice voodoo. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And all voodoo is bad voodoo. You understand?
Right.
I believe the call happened, but I think the context of the call is what's in questions. Hey, Curse.
Hey, Naughty. What's good, beautiful Krista Marie? What we talking about again?
Potomac.
Oh my God, Krista. Your
go
thumbnail is excellent. Those ladies are not aging Black appropriate. All of them are cracking. You can see their flaws and all. They all look older than Karen. I'm not sure what's going on.
I mean, look, Slobyn and Trashley. That's
Trashley, yes,
Trashley and Slobyn. They are an attack. I swear, between what happened last season and Gizelle, you are delusional if you think Candace should not be taught. Like, you should shut up, girlfriend, because you're lucky that she even wants to even be in the same room with you after what you did.
Right? Or she's lucky that Candace isn't acting like she's acting against everybody else.
Candace has too much to lose at this point.
Yeah.
And then I believe the girl, I'm not going to say her name because she doesn't get all that, but like, you know who I'm talking about. I think Gizelle did set her up.
Me too.
And I think that
did I not call it this whole time? I told you I was going to drag those green-eyed bandits. It's so funny. After we were all talking about it, all of a sudden Tasha K goes on her sorry for saying her name. TK goes on her platform saying, "Oh, I think it's a lie. I think these two set it up. We connected those dots for her."
Yeah.
We were on that woman's line live calling her out. I got blocked, okay? Because I called her a liar.
And I got called a fat neck hom hack.
What?
Yeah, well, I was a fat neck.
No one could convince me. Chris slipped in her DMs asking her for a fried chicken recipe, and he's a well-renowned chef. Like, get out of here, girl.
Right? It was the furthest reach.
And what was they drunk behind? And like I said, even if you had a deletion of a child, God forbid, I know that this baby. You're willing to marry me. I knew it was those green eyes behind it. As soon as I heard that they were.
Somebody has echo on their thing.
My bad. Sorry, I'm on my.
Okay. All right, I think that's better. Okay. Say something. All right, never mind. All right. Honestly, like, NECA picking her husband up at the airport. Like, okay, I'm confused. I guess he's a doctor, or he's a doctor. I don't know how you get in somebody's face, but okay, you're a doctor. Like, and scheduling sex and all that shit. That whole conversation is cool and all, but like, do you tell him that you take like champagne when you take your I don't know, what is it, her prenatals or something? Like,
I get so much for bringing that up, Krista. Thank you so much. I mean, I smell alcoholic when you're starting your day with champagnes,
and you have no problem talking about it. Like, it's like he's not home 3 weeks a month or something. Like
he's home every other or something like that. And then when you go to schedule sex, you're like, oh, I need to have a drink in order to make this happen. I think NECA is full of herself. I'm sorry. And I think she is creating this battle. It's more than one. It's room for both Nigerians on the cast. Okay.
Yes. As I said, they're too educated to sit there and act like so whacked out in this moment when like, and the other girls are snickering. I wanted Jenny McCarthy's clip when she was on Watch What Happens Live. She said I'd punch her in the face. I wish I had that clip because I could not believe Ashley snickering going, that's not the whole story. That's not like Slobyn. It's like, are you getting like they're getting directions from the Slobyn and Trashley? But like, and anyway, and Juan doesn't care. Juan does not, Gizelle. I don't know who to believe. I think Juan, I think that whole story's bullshit.
Gizzy needs to mind her ever-loving business. Get her own business. Robin wants to be with that cheating man. Let Robin be. Okay, she likes it. I love it.
Well, I think she's gross. I think that her deflection is. I think she's part of taking down Chris. Listen. They're all in cahoots. And she's a great deflection for her life because he got no goddamn job. Who is she or Mia to even go into a confessional and say, well, what else is he going to do? I'm sorry, Mia. What? Okay. Did you and Gordon just show up separate, by the way?
Mm-hmm. Her and Gordon are such a farce.
And they show up in matching luxury cars they can't afford anymore. Isn't that cute?
Their 2 cars are probably equal to 1,500 square feet. Which, look, if that's what you can afford, but you make a lot more money than that. What did you do with all the money?
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry. You get paid a lot of money on this show. I think that there's something up. He must be paying somebody back, or there's a reason why this man's not working with his family. It's sad to say. Maybe it's her. I don't know.
I think they kept the money, in my opinion, allegedly. I feel like their family, his family, saw her boasting, spending all this money, flossing like this, and was like, ooh, this is our family legacy too. We got to get this away from her. That's what I think happened.
I think too, but like I also think they need to have like a real legal valid reason to throw them out. So I think they found one in that because she was probably, not spending the money where it was supposed to be spent, and they can probably prove that. So they probably do have more of a legal reason too.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, her flaw in it is going to make them look.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, what?
That's how Teresa's forehead ended up in the clinker.
Oh man, and listen, that wasn't her first time. Like, listen, a lot of us were committing mortgage fraud back then. Okay, that wasn't their first time. They decided not to pay. I got caught.
Oh, see. I agree with Nadi though. Also on NECA, that she's coming in way too hot. Ugh. I feel like her story with Wendy is made up because she wants a moment for TV. Yep. She had Wendy's number, allegedly, and instead she's playing out the classic Green-Eyed Bandit formula, which is run to everybody in the group and spill this tea and go behind and get everybody's thoughts in a negative way against one person, instead of just going directly to that person to clear the air. They're following, like I said, the General Hospital script to keep mess going. And there wouldn't have been no soap operas in life if everybody would have just went and talked to the person who they thought lied on them. There wouldn't have been a story. You know what I mean? Eric Kane wouldn't have been on for 28 seasons if she ever would have just went and talked to the person instead of getting the story secondhand. You know what I'm saying?
Well, after her little lunch with Slobyn,
NECA could go to. She knows Robin can't stand Wendy.
Right.
Exactly.
Chooses her to plant the seed.
When she had lunch with Slobyn. She's like literally on the wrong, she went like the wrong hill, She's on the wrong history because they are bullshit. Both Slobyn and Gizelle's storyline. Where's Jason at now? I'm confused.
And Ron is pretty much scum to me now. I'm just like him coming in there and being on our screens, taking up our time and space. And then his answer, just like his tacky ass wife's answer, is they don't care about our time that we invested in them.
Oh, bro.
They need to go.
They really do. And I feel like, I don't, and Giselle, whatever her problem is with Wendy Osefo, why do they want to take her family down too? Because that was bullshit, dude. Sir, you're a doctor. Why are you coming in this man's face like that? Over Facebook. Over Facebook, dude.
Right. That's so weird. Isn't that so weird? Like, what man, if my husband was ever upset that another man stopped following him on Facebook enough to bring it up in front of random people and be ready to fight, like, I would seriously pull my husband out and be like, okay, whatever you say in front of the people's face. And as soon as we got to ourselves, I'd be like, babe, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah.
Because men don't do that. Women do that. That's how Nika is the one that set all that up. I would have never let my wife bring that to TV.
And I think Wendy probably did the unfollowing. I do it to my husband sometimes. I don't tell him everybody. I would unfollow his. I mean, I don't know if I would have, but I don't think Eddie had any idea that Wendy maybe unfollowed him. But that was such. Oh my God! Exactly, so much.
I'm saying I don't think men care that deep about social
don't.
They
media,
don't.
and that are busy with families and have careers and stuff. Like, I have so many followers. I wouldn't even be able to tell who unfollowed me.
That's the other part. Why
Thank
were they Hawk-eyeing Wendy's follow and Eddie's follow unless you did, in fact, use them and their connection to you, no matter how distant it was, to get on the show?
They had, I believe they were going before, like I heard of somebody, another content creator, she's like, they were probably going before filming, going around saying, yeah, I know Wendy, so, and it's put out there to like, so secure her business on the show to make it like, okay, yeah. She's Nigerian. But then once she's on the show, she's like, okay, I got this in the bag. She hooks up with Slobyn and Gizelle. I switches it up. And now all of a sudden you got poor Eddie going. He was like a deer in headlights. I felt so bad for him.
He was. Oh my gosh. He's like, again.
It's like, he's like, what? I would, dude. And Juan, oh gosh, dude, please go away, sir. Go away.
Go away.
We know you don't care. We understand.
Right.
Your girl Slobyn is an asshole. I don't know why she's. I don't believe that he probably did yell at Gizelle. He actually probably did.
I'm sure he did.
The absentee of Chris Bassett, he is really through the show. I think after what they did to him last season, especially with the way he's, I think he
was
done.
right, because look what happened. He at this point he doesn't even know about this fake Mr. shit yet. Imagine how he's, you know what I'm saying?
Like, for them, and I knew they were behind it. I knew they were behind that. Okay,
I thought maybe I felt Sesame Street too. I definitely think she had a part of it too. And Trashley.
Oh, that girl! I don't even understand why she is still here. Like, why are you still here?
When trying to get rid of it. She has something against, because remember, Michael is suing Candace.
Right.
So that's a goddamn Trashley's husband. We know nothing's changed. You know everything she's doing. You even said her mouth is reckless. No, sir. You got caught with your pants down. That's reckless.
That's reckless. And that's the other part. He's going to have to prove malice. And he's going to, I hope she has somebody like me for a lawyer who will bring up that on film, you got caught, sir, S.A.ing other men by touching their butts without permission.
Yep.
3 times. You have a pattern of SA, sir, but that didn't harm your career. Okay. And then you who are married, sir, got caught in the hotel room with random hookers on film. With everybody gets a picture, Mike. But you're telling me what my client said damaged you. Okay, so you're going to have to prove. I need to see all of your financials.
Yeah.
I need to see all of your financials from when you were grabbing people's butts and having court cases. Yep. And I need to see all your financials from when my client, Candace Diller Bassett, said that Giorgio or whoever it is said that he gets paid for sex with your client. I'm going to need to see the financials from both of those times. And then I'm going to have a forensic accountant go through and prove what you're saying is the damages. And if that's no proof, then I'm countersuing you for wasting my time.
And defamation. I mean, listen, like, it's a joke. This is a joke. This guy. I can't. And actually, Trashley, to go along with it, like, nothing is changed.
Trashley is a wench, just like Candace said. She's a concubine. She's a wench. Her head has been infiltrated by lies and a colonizer, and she's willing to do anything to keep her little seaside shack and keep the money coming on a drip IV until it is no more from Massa. I said it.
What was her address? 2 Sesame Street or something like that?
I like coming in the mix, by the way.
Because Trashley wants her to. Because Trashley's in on everything. Exactly.
She is.
Me. Okay.
I bet Michael even did something crazy like, oh, I'm going to sue her for $2 million. And if you help me, I'll give you the $2 million since you were stupid and didn't get a prenup.
Oh God, exactly. And she's like, okay, it's like a win-win. And for some reason, she's like part of that. You know what I'm saying? It's like, She's in on getting.
She's jealous of Candace. She's jealous that Candace can sing.
None of them have anything without the show. Think about it. None of them have anything without the show. Slobyn doesn't. Gizelle doesn't have anything else. Their podcasts don't make no goddamn money. Oh my God, Trashley. They have nothing without the show.
And Trashley spent all of her redecorating money on her stupidly named tits, half diamond, demi diamond. Like that means half.
And guess who will have something without the show? Candace, Wendy, Nneka. They don't need the show. The other assholes do.
Right.
So, like Bravo wanted to get rid of Michael. That's the problem. That's why she fake divorced him. We're not stupid. Stay on the show, bitch, because you got nothing else without him.
Right. Hear me?
But anyway, what'd you say, babe?
Can you hear me?
Yeah,
we didn't hear anything you said. Were you talking just now? We didn't hear you.
No, I was just saying Trashley is the one that brought Candace in originally, remember?
I think that's how they introduced it, but I don't think they were ever like friends. I think it's like the classic intro.
She's a backstabber, Trashley. She's always a backstabber.
I think they had to use Trashley to get Nneka on the show because I don't think Wendy's family wanted to say, no, you can't use that. I think she was going to originally be on, like, you know, coming in as Wendy's. Think about it. She knows more about Wendy than Trashley does. Like she's more of like Wendy's person than she would be Trashley. Like, how does Trashley even know Nneka?
And then if that is your friend, why didn't you go to your lawyer friend for some lawyer advice when you were leaving your troll husband?
I know, that's my sister right there. Shannon. Listen, because Slobyn has nothing. Juan showing up, I thought that was hilarious. Okay. Like, but I even like the whole airport scene, we can skip right through that. Karen's delusional, thinking all these people are supposed to be friends. Does she not know what that, like?
She's definitely delusional, but Juan is showing up and showing out now because he needs this check. The man is jobless. Call it what it is. He needs this check now.
Exactly. All of them, all of a sudden, they're shouting. It's like, I'm like, is this what you're going to give us? Because if this is what Bravo's doing, I hope it's just to show their asses. I hope they're just trying to show how stupid Slobyn, Gizelle, and Trashley really are. Because this pickleball thing, Karen, what do you? I can't. It's like, it's insanity. She's like, I want to get them all together. I'm the only one that can do it. Oh, really? You think Michael stop suing Trashley? I mean, you know.
Like, why can't they let Ray be in retirement and sit at home?
Yeah, poor guy. They keep making him dress in identical clothes. Okay.
He's got to play pickleball. I think he likes pickleball, and I think she ruined it for poor Ray. Because
the first, because I've been wondering with this ever since the Jamie Foxx thing. What is pickleball? Okay.
I feel like it's a mix between racquetball, tennis, and handball, but with a racket, because it's a little ball, it has a little racket, and you just keep it in motion. Yeah, the people go crazy for it out here. There's a line with a waiting list at any pickleball court out here.
Yeah, and Vanderpump, remember that's what Schwartz went to go do, play pickleball with what's his name, with Lala's ex-husband.
Oh, see,
remember the whole pickleball court thing?
Oh yeah, and that's why Lala was mad.
Yeah.
Pickleball,
I mean, it's probably fun. And I think Ray really just wanted to play pickleball and be retired and just spend Karen's, like Karen's beautiful, man. Karen's, I don't know if she really is trying to make them all be friends. I think maybe she just knows they all need a check. So she's got to think of something to bring them all together. But all her confessionals where, I'm sorry, I love you, Karen, but you look like Big Bird in your confessionals with the yellow dress.
But Karen trying to take that matriarchal role, and so she can cut her hands clean. Like, look, I tried to bring these people together. There's no helping this group.
I think she's
and kind of pay back last year for them ruining her birthday.
I mean, they all really trashed each other really bad last season. Like, listen, they're never going to be friends. These people, and even in real life, are you going to hang out with people that talk to you like that and what they did to you? It's all insanity. And it's like, okay, well, they got to do something, right? And like, what are they going to do? So pickleball, they'll pick pickleball. Okay. And then, okay.
And Izzy, she's always like a deer in head, like those eyes go big, or like, oh my God, I don't know what's going on. And you planted all these seeds, chick. You these seeds. You like to plant these seeds and hide your hand and run back like you have no clue, like you're minding your business. Oh, wait. But I'm glad Juan gave it to her because Gizzy sticks her neck into this.
Who is he? But she's right. But I don't even believe it was. I don't even know if I believe that whole story at all because I don't think she. I think she actually cares. I think she actually is on Robin's side with this. Like I think she's going to now act like, why do we call her Trashley?
No, I just think
Trashley in the chat.
She saw that people were holding her to the fire because she never held Robin accountable for anything. Her aggression.
Exactly.
And so now that's her spin this season. Okay. She's got the boy toy boyfriend.
Thank you.
Other scene. Okay. And she has to prove that she holds Robin accountable. You know what I mean? Her friend. That's our whole storyline this season. She still doesn't have a storyline, people, outside of her kids. She doesn't have a storyline.
Nope. And that first scene with her and that dude with Jason, I thought was cool at first. But now it's where'd he go? He hasn't been back at all. Now you got
that was so cringy and made up. You guys remember when the story first broke that she was allegedly seeing this young hot Bravo celebrity, and he immediately came out and was like, "Nope, we're just friends. I see a lot of people in the Bravo sphere. We're just friends." He made it, and he was emphatically clear. We are just friends. So for him to even now be biting the apple, talking about, oh, let me make this, and all in front of the daughter, making the daughter throw up in her mouth and everything. Like they both want to check. And I feel like they are doing a reality Sheree, Martell kind of crossover attempt, but they're not really serious. It's just for this storyline. That's all it's for.
That what both of you just said is exactly what it is. You called it right there. And that's what I'm saying. I don't believe a goddamn thing. And Slobyn to even have a confessional. Oh, he wasn't yelling at her. He just has a hearing problem now all of a sudden.
Oh my God. That's the first that we've heard he's had a hearing problem from coaching all that time. I thought coaching was the reason he was never around, but now it's the reason that he's deaf. Okay, Rob Flynn.
Now he's deaf. So, okay. So now he screams louder when he talks. I didn't hear him do that. Did you guys hear that?
Never.
Doing it at pickleball. So.
And then he was trying to hug Karen after Karen's complaint was that you hugged me weird.
Come on now. Who does that? Come on. She accused you of hugging her too hard and pulling her boot. Come on, guys.
Yeah. Yeah. And I noticed that she didn't give him a hug back. And she kind of just stood there like, ugh, this has to happen. Yeah. Yeah.
Trashley, because now she's in on Michael is suing Candace, another one, a really good cast member who deserves to just be off the show and like she was on a show this morning. She's amazing. She's a good performer. Her and Chris did right by the show. Now it's time to leave. But I called was Trashley's husband suing her. And now Trashley looks like trash on the show because all three, Gizelle, Trashley, and Slobyn, they need the show now. So does Juan. None of their husbands. Well, only one has a husband. He does not work now. Juan Mia's husband has no job. Mia has nothing without the show. So let's say, okay. So now you're going to just do this stuff, which we are not stupid. You guys called it. Like, we know what's happening. And they were right because look what happened during after. Like, look what happened before this even started. At this point, they don't even know about fake mistress girl.
Right.
So think about, oh my God, if Chris is absent now, you got to get, I would say, look, like, if you don't get rid of these three, it should be really like, what's it called? If you're suing somebody that's on the show, it should be some kind of thing where like, you don't have to like, film with them. You shouldn't have to, because everything she says could probably be used against her. You know what I'm saying?
You know what? It's so weird too that, okay, remember when, like, I felt like Candace had a case. You put your hands on me, I have a case. And then when Trashley's 5 head of lies went and wrote the argument and lied on behalf of Monique Samuels because Monique and Chris got rid of the tape for her that proved that it was another unwarranted, unconsensualized, like reaching, groping incident. I feel like ever since then, on this particular show, it was a disservice to not let that go through. I don't think that being the recipient of being assaulted on TV means that you don't have a case because you were arguing with the woman beforehand. I didn't put my hands on you. Bottom line, I'm suing you because you assaulted my person. It's two separate things. So any words that I ever said to Ashley Sevenhead or to Monique Pryor, it's not the same as physical assault to me. So now, and then everybody was like, well, we can't sue each other anyway. We can't sue each other anyway. And now all of a sudden, everybody's just fine with Candace getting sued for saying words on a show.
Yep. After he showed his whole ass to us.
Yeah.
And the whole world.
Okay. But that's part of his privilege. That's part of his colonizer privilege, though, is the entitlement to get to sue after you've done so much stuff that we saw you do, homeboy.
I think Bravo wanted to get rid of him. I think Bravo was done with him, and that's why Candace fake divorced him, because their relationship has not changed. Okay, I'm not.
You mean that's why Trashley fake divorced him?
Yeah, Trashley fake divorced him because Bravo said this dude's a problem because he is.
Yep.
Said he wanted to S somebody's D, and that was the whole thing. And like you said, there's been 2 assaults, okay? And he showed up because, it's nuts to me. And they're supposed to say that now. So why Trashley or why Candace is you're entertaining a friendship with Ashley.
Yeah, like that. People call Candace a pick-me sometimes. And that is the most pick-me part of Candace, is that I feel like Candace should treat Ashley, Gizelle, and rob him the way that Gizelle treats Candace and Wendy.
Exactly.
Like pay them dust. Like scoot over when they make sure you turn your head all the way around. They don't get eye contact. They don't get words. They don't get any of my energy because you're a trash box and you're not worth my vibration. Yep. But instead, she fake plays nice. And I feel like it's making her look like a pick-me because now the wrong people are the ones that are looking like, oh, I have morals and because I'm not talking to you, but it's only because they were wrong.
Right.
It's weird.
Yeah. And I honestly do want to get to what happened? Why did Wendy all of a sudden want to get with Mia? Do you think it was because at that point she didn't want to argue with Nneka, or she had to play? Because that was weird.
Yeah, she's like, of all people,
Mia,
how little I want to be here arguing with this Nigerian is I'm going to go talk to Craterface.
But it just like her and Nneka really they missed a moment. They're 2 educated women that could have just really banded together and said, "Look, it was a misunderstanding out there. I don't know what my mom did or my mom didn't do, but can you please not talk shit? Stop talking about my mom."
I feel like Nneka, you're right, but I don't feel like Wendy should have even been put in a position to say that. Nneka came in hot. Nneka wanted smoke.
She kept talking about
Wendy did her smoke thing back the way she could, like you could never, like anybody cares. But Nneka's the one that wanted all that smoke and wanted that moment. Nneka wanted it and she got it, and she's the one that looked stupid for doing it.
She would not stop talking about her mom. And I'm like, if I was Wendy, I kept hearing her say her mom. And Wendy, I listen.
What are you looking for?
The first time you said something about my mom, and I told you.
Oh, does he need this page?
And I don't understand why Nneka's husband, this whole doctor, is that whole, it was just insanity to me. And I really just think that Eddie wanted to get the hell out of there because again, he looked like a deer in headlights. I really believe Wendy did the unfollowing. Big fucking deal. I feel like going to his Facebook and just seeing how many followers he has. Honestly, it made me honestly want to go to his Facebook. I'm like, no, Krista, stop it. I'm like, wait, is it really that big? Can you really, if he's got like you said, do you notice anybody? I have no idea on my Instagram if somebody unfollows me. There's too many for me to even follow back sometimes, right? I'm just saying they probably have 4 or 5 times as much as I. So again, unless you think there's a problem, you're looking for him to unfollow you. And I guess it was probably not even him. It was probably her. It was probably Nneka noticed it. And it was probably Wendy that did it. Because it's again, Facebook, really, you really think that married this guy who's a doctor who's out on wherever he is, he's a away doctor, is really looking at his Facebook when he's only home 1 week a month.
Right.
Yeah, exactly. I hope that's not what he's doing.
That's a never. That's a never. And if you are checking for another man, checking your line like that, then I saw somebody's comment down on the page that's questioning the same thing I would question.
Oh, about her husband?
Yeah.
I didn't think that. I
didn't think it either. But if he's really pressed about a man not following him, then that's what it's kind of can come out as.
I just think it was so they were fine. They were not going to argue or anything. It was them trying, it was Nneka trying to make a moment because she decided to switch over to the Slobyn's side. So again, they have to deflect from their lives. Look what's going on with Juan. Dude got fired. Some kind of things going on. He's getting caught every other week with somebody. He don't care. Robin, Slobyn, remember?
Yeah.
What it looks like.
He needs to care because why do you feel to constantly insist other women? Like she Robin is a punk. I'm sorry. When it comes to Juan, she's a punk. And I feel like she married him because she doesn't have self-worth and she doesn't feel like she can get any better.
I'm sitting here looking at my notes. I'm like, the voodoo thing. Oh my God, what Gizelle kept saying, the voodoo thing. I'm like, stop saying it on camera. Stop saying that.
That's part. Thank you, Krista. I did not appreciate them bastardizing her freaking religion. Even if it is voodoo, as an indigenous person, your religion isn't always white Jesus. Okay? And you need to respect other people's religions and stop reducing it to some voodoo or this or that. Catholics burn candles. Buddhists burn candles. I burn candles and I'm neither. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like just so harmful to say these things repeatedly. And then for Gizelle to be like, to have a lot of emotion behind it too, like she believes it. Well, I don't care what you believe. You also believe that it's okay to attack bona fide relationships when you don't have one. So I don't care what you believe, Gizelle. And I wish that the 8th housewife would stop asking her opinion when we don't care the same way Robin doesn't care about what her kids are going to witness. She had to endure from this man for the last 8 years on freaking TV.
Yep. And have a deflection to deflect so hard from what's going on in their life to go after somebody else's family and jump on board with that. It's so
I'm just not okay with it.
And Gizelle proved it by saying to us that she's not going to talk to Candace because she said that her uterus was old or whatever. Well, old enough.
Yeah, it is old. And even Josh knows that. And if he is banging you, that's his one thing that he's grateful for, is that he can't knock you up.
But again, you accused her husband of
Candace. By the way, tried to exploit Chris last season. She deserved every bit of that we read. And I'm like, Candace, pay her. She doesn't even deserve an ounce of energy from Candace. She was disgusting for what she tried last season. And I don't think doesn't hold her account. He gets the skirt over it. I'm just feeling like with Gizzy, I'm having a city moment.
Again, and then for that woman to say that it was her to say, I believe it. The only thing I believe out of the woman's mouth. So again, you have somebody else going after this man. For what, Gizelle? For what? I don't understand. What is
She's jealous. Gizelle is obviously threatened and jealous and always has been by Candace. Always. She was upset that, I wonder what Gizelle's relationship is with her own mother, that she was so triggered by how much Dorothy provides for Candace as a daughter. She was so triggered from day one that her yellow skin and her green eyes didn't automatically have something over Candace, because Candace could care less about those things because she had such a love for herself as a pageant girl that she wasn't trying to compare herself to this girl on, you know, aesthetically. Like she loved her Nubianness. And I feel like Gizelle has always, like, she had a problem with Monique and her 4 houses. She had a problem, you know, she just has a problem with people that have something because she was in that rented townhouse, and then she's in this freaking Franken mansion, and she has no sense of style, no man. And how is this little girl with her mom feeding her with silver spoons, buying all her properties, and she gets to have a man that, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just, I feel like Gizelle is literally a green-eyed monster when it comes to Candace. She's so jealous, and it shows.
And it's going to, I hope it backfires in their faces, because we know what's happening. I'm like, conspiracy. There's no way that they're, I mean, they think that we don't know that they're behind everything that was happening, especially this recent thing. And that's, like I said, the Osefos and the Bassetts, either I think they need to educate us, or they need to educate us, because at this point it's dangerous. It's not drama anymore. It's dangerous for careers and like marriages and, you know, fake news.
Right.
Someone on somebody where she went and aired that and acted, and that person acted like she knew it was true. Like, she made sure millions of people heard that, you know, like, and then now you want them all to be on camera with you? I don't think so. Like, and I really feel bad that, like, you know, Wendy and Nneka they ruined it, because now we've seen Nneka, we've seen how you are. Like, you like Wendy was saying, you know, flop. It was a flop, my girl, because you could have came in and been cool with Wendy and banded, you know what I mean? Instead of having these assholes pull you apart and then ruin it for us, because now I'm not going to like you after this. I saw your ass already now. I saw what you're capable of. You're switching.
Put that back in the can.
You're going to die on that hill? All right. We're not. Like, that's the hill you want to die on? Okay, well, you all had your 15 minutes. Your husband looks stupid as hell.
And she went straight to bitch.
Yeah.
That's another reason how you know she came in hot. Like, that was all planned. And because she didn't even have to respond. Like, why was she so pressed for Wendy to be accountable for what her mother did? And then so much so that you just this is your second time meeting your countrywoman.
Yes.
And she's a bitch for these ladies? Really? Okay.
Because she had that lunch with Slobyn. And Slobyn told her, and hey, we are going after these people. So this is what you're going to do. And then you saw them at the snicker and at the table. They got them to argue and say something, like, poor Wendy, you know, I don't know what happened when she got up to do the Mia thing. I don't know if that was just because she couldn't at the moment, because I would probably have punched her in the face for talking about my mom over and over again. And basically, they both answered at the same time. She didn't copy you, Nneka. Wendy and Nneka at the same time both said, we don't know each other. Nobody was copying the other. Wendy didn't catch on. They said it at the same time.
Right.
You know? So, like,
but Nneka's a liar, because at the end of the episode, when Nneka's talking to Mia, she literally is like, well, what would have been the problem with me saying that I know her? There's nothing wrong with that. I mean, I do know of her. She says it at the end, that she implies that she did, in fact, say to somebody that she knew of her. So that means you were lying when you sat down with all that smoke, talking about, I don't know you. But you told somebody you did.
Yep. Until you got on the show, just like Wendy's mother.
Is that Manny?
It is. Hi, Manny.
Hey, guys.
Hi. You're so Manny. I saw your freaking recap, and okay. He's about to undo everything I just said. Go ahead, Manny.
I'm on my lunch break. I'm still in school, but I was watching, so I was like, let me hop on real quick. So, you guys are gonna hate me, but I disagree with y'all. I'm with NECA on this one because I think that she's telling the truth. Only because Wendy's reaction was so weird. Why wouldn't you allow this lady why wouldn't you allow her to finish? Like, why get up, start twirling around, say all these things? And I do find it a little bit suspicious that Eddie randomly unfriends Ike on Facebook. Don't you think that's a little bit weird?
I think Wendy did it.
Right.
Wendy did it.
Yeah, me too. I don't think Eddie cares like that, but I think he knows that his wife did it, which is why he was a little bit scared when they were asking him what was going on. Yeah, I do think Wendy's mom did it, and should we hold Wendy accountable? I say yes, because I mean, I like to hold Mama Joyce accountable for what she does. So I think Wendy should be held accountable just a little bit, and she should admit that what her mom did was wrong.
What did her mom do? Say, stop using my daughter's name? I'm sure that I think NECA added on some sauce to that story. It made it sound like someone said something horrible, when I really think it was NECA in the very beginning trying to make sure she had her spot, like, you know, cemented on the show by knowing Wendy. And then the second she gets her spot, she goes and has Slobyn lunch with Slobyn, and she switches it up, and now she go against Wendy. So she brings up something so random and like, hey, cuz, are you? I couldn't even follow what cousin called this sister-in-law, who called this one, that one. Whatever happened, fine. But no, Wendy should not be held accountable, because do we hold what's for Mama
We don't
Joyce?
hold Mama Joyce accountable.
But
nobody ever has, and
Wendy
Candy's never been forced to.
We don't blame Candy for Mama Joyce, though. Could you imagine if we had to make Candy accountable for everything Mama Joyce does?
Well, some of us do.
Maybe Wendy knew about it, right? But maybe at the moment she didn't want to argue with NECA about it because it's so irrelevant, and she knew NECA wanted a moment because she said flop.
Yes.
And another thing.
Why is this an argument?
Because another thing that does not help Wendy at all, and it's such a bad look, is for you to go and want to talk to Mia out of all people. Like, really, the same girl who threw a drink at you and everything, and like, who you pretty much said that she was slow and stuff like that last episode. It looked bad. Can y'all agree with that?
That was
very odd.
That was odd. But I also feel like that's how much she was clowning NECA, because everybody at that table knows she don't mess with Mia. And I want to talk to you so little, I'm going to go talk to Mia.
I think at the moment she said, you know what? This one's talking about my mom, which she said she threw a drink on me. At the moment, I need to get up right now because I have a lot to lose. And I don't want to start. Like, I think it was odd, but I think maybe she'll explain to us that was such a moment that, like, at the moment, what Mia did was not as serious as this one over here talking about my mom and trying to make me sound stupid and clowning me. The rest of the table's clowning me, Slobyn, Ash, and Trashley. I'm like, she's like, that's not the story. That's not the story. I'm like, I wish I had Jenny. The table's clowning me, Slobyn.
Sorry, I just found your Facebook is echoing.
I would have punched her in the face, but like, she can't. You know, like Jenny McCarthy said about Taylor, I would have punched you in the face, but I can't. So I'm going to get up and do the weirdest thing I can see just to get my ass out of this table, because these bitches are clowning me right now, and I cannot win no matter what I say, because she was losing it, and I don't blame her. Because again, if her mom did do all that, okay, great. Why are you holding me accountable? Like, why? I didn't say I didn't like you. I said, I don't know you, just like you said, you don't know me. At the same time, she wasn't making fun. She wasn't like, oh, you're copying me. I'm like, are we in third grade? She's copying you, NECA? No, you guys just answered at the same time.
NECA wanted all the smoke, you guys. NECA, anything Wendy was going to say wasn't going to be right. Wendy could have said, oh my God, my mom told me something crazy happened. Are you who she was talking about? Or even if she would have said something like that, NECA would have still been like, bitch. Like, she was just ready. Because and that's another reason why I feel like whatever, Wendy's not used to be called bitch or nothing like that. She was kind of shocked. She was like, bitch, really? Like, really? Like, we just started talking and I'm already one of those? Like, she was just trying to get out of that conversation because it was obvious the amount of thirst buckets that Nneka was harnessing at that moment, that no matter what she said, it was an issue, no matter what. So I'm going to go talk to Mia, because Mia seems saner than you right now.
Least of all evils at the moment.
Yeah. But I feel you. That was weird. That was very weird. I didn't understand it. I thought it was a joke.
Me too.
I was like, what? Who? Yeah. Mia? Okay.
Yeah.
Better. Or maybe it was a true thing about, well, let's go with the devil you know.
Exactly. The better, isn't it? What is it? Like, it's the devil you better, or the devil you know is better than the devil you don't, or something.
Yes, exactly.
I just feel bad if it is true, if Susan really did call and threaten Nneka. I think it's sad, because I feel like if this could have gone another way, maybe Wendy could have been the one that introduced Nneka. They could have been good friends and stuff.
Exactly.
So I don't know. I will agree it is too much. I'm not being so hard on Nneka, only because if you guys remember, when Wendy came on to the show, she was also doing a lot, and she was also buddy with Gizelle and Robin, and it took her a little bit to figure out what they were really doing. So maybe it'll take Nneka a little bit. So that's why I'm giving her a little bit of grace. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, if Nneka's paying attention, though, she's going to see that Gizelle accused somebody's husband of something that was like very dangerous to say, and is now double downing it. If that's the girl, I mean, I'm just saying, at that point, Gizelle and Slobyn weren't really that bad. They were just, maybe they were the ones to like whatever I'm saying, you know what I'm saying? But now, after what's happened with Slobyn and Gizelle last season, what's happening with Juan, why are you so educated? You're going to choose that hill to die on, because now that is definitely the wrong, people to side with, because now they are very dangerous people to be friends with.
Mm-hmm. And she'll find out when they come for her marriage.
I mean, the other ones don't even, it's like, at this point, I don't know. I don't know. I think that, and I think Trashley is bound by Michael. I can't even think of what, Gollum. We'll call him Gollum. I think Trashley is still bound by Gollum, no matter what, because like I said, none of them have anything outside of this show. Ashley does. I mean, Trashley doesn't. Gizelle doesn't. Slobyn doesn't. You know what I'm saying? But exactly who does? Candace can leave the show and they'll be fine.
Yep.
So can Wendy. And
Wendy
so
can leave the show.
And they're jealous.
Karen can leave the show.
Yeah.
But we don't want them to leave the show. We want these imposters to leave the show.
Exactly. Because they're not, at this point, it's not drama. It's dangerous. It's like, now you're like accusing people almost of SA, and now you're double downing on it. And you're mad that somebody called your uterus dried up and old because you accused her husband. I mean, come on. It's like, if anybody should keep their mouth shut this season, should be Slobyn and Gizelle and Trashley, because Trashley is, again, she's also guilty of moving to Sesame Street and then inviting all the characters over, and so why are you inviting all of Sesame Street to your house? You know right. That's the problem with those men. They also accuse Wendy's husband of smiling too much on
right,
Sesame.
And it's so inauthentic. To at least not make these heifers address what they did to your standing co-workers for the last 8 years. These people are your co-workers, Trashley, for the last 8 years. You let Sesame Street come up on here with gang-busting lies, back her up talking about, oh, well, I never knew her to be a liar. I never knew her to lie. And then she gets caught red-handed in a lie. You don't make her acknowledge it or be accountable for it. You don't acknowledge it or are accountable for it. Everybody's just walking around like there's not broken glass all over the floor. And we're all just supposed to move on with cuts in our feet. That just feels very inauthentic. And I feel like if you're going to force us to have the eyebrows in the room, then you need to force for her to do an authentic grovel apology to the wonderful Candace Dillard Bassett et al. For the way she came in on lies last season and eyebrow arches. Okay, she needs to go. Exactly. And Ashley is guilty by association, because look, birds of a feather and apples and trees. We know what they say. Birds of a feather flock together. So if that's a bona fide liar, and we already know Ashley's a liar, then those two things pair perfectly. And Ashley's a trash box. So we know that this girl's going to ultimately end up being a trash box because apples and trees. Okay, you guys?
Yep. I told you, the second she moves to Sesame Street, she's bound by that Gollum, okay? She's got to do it. And like, she says, oh, because she was there for me when I was leaving Michael. You
Till
did
the wheels fall off.
Trashley, you did leave him. We're not stupid.
And that's a lie, too, because she ain't left Michael. What were you saying,
same thing.
That part. And I think it's pretty sad to see that they are actually trying to ice out Candace, and you can see it, like Gizelle refusing to speak to her, Robin refusing to speak to her as well. If it were up to them, they would probably not even film any more scenes with Candace. So I feel like that's really sad, and that sucks. Hopefully we get to see more of this Kriana girl. So it looks like she's friends with Wendy and Candace. So hopefully we get to see a little bit more of that. But what do y'all think about Miss Karen Huger sort of like riding the fence? Even though she says she doesn't, but she kind of is.
He always has.
Maybe this, like I think Nani said, this is like maybe her last ditch effort to show everybody that she tried to get these people together, but there's no way, none of these, it's not going to happen. This is so far deeper than the show. This is more than a pickleball match. You can't sit at a pickleball table with Pickles and Sloppy Joe and talk about how you've accused people of SA and how you're calling this one's mom this, and you're telling this one he unfollowed you on Facebook, and Ray's like, I just want to play pickleball, damn it. And these people are arguing. And then you got Juan trying to set everything on fire because he can't get he was trying to back.
Yeah, he did that on purpose.
I wouldn't watch that again. He was backing his ass up somewhere. So something's not right with him right now. Well, we know it's not right with him. He said, I don't care, Robin. I don't care how it looks. Well, how it looks is that you get caught cheating all the time and you don't care. And Slobyn thinks it's okay.
And Slobyn just is looking weaker and weaker by the year.
Did you see her picture? She was horrible.
Mm-hmm.
There's bangs. I'm like Slobyn and like Trashley and Robin Slobyn. What the heck were you wearing? Why was your whole vagina out there during pickleball? It was out there.
She was trying to keep all Juan's attention on her, but it still didn't work because the Snow Bunnies was on the other side of the fence when Karen started working, and he ran right over to the Snow Bunnies, talking about, oh yeah, I'm not over there. I'm not over there. Mm-hmm. What does she remind you of, Georgetown? Mm-hmm.
And did y'all see Ashley twerking in front of all the husbands?
Yeah, she needs all the attention. She's such a freaking thirst bucket.
Trash.
She's all, don't be distracted. Nobody's distracted by your boy hips.
No. Trashley, you looked a whole mess. Your hair looked weird to me. Whatever you were doing, that thing, like her hair looked horrible.
Horrible. That curly pony. I said, what the heck? I don't know who styles this cast, but they're doing a horrible job between the hair and the clothes.
Yeah.
The confessionals.
And then, can somebody tell me why Ashley wore more clothes to pickleball than she did to the church when the kids got their communion?
Yeah.
I mean, Sesame Street. She moved to that address. It's 2 Sesame Street. She's invited the characters in. She's turned into one. She looked like she was. I don't know. I had to do it on the thumbnail, but that's really what her hair looked like.
Yeah.
And I mean, her face looked very odd to me. She was very wide-eyed and look what I just did. Look what I've created. Look at this mess I've created. Like, you really didn't, because all this happened before she even told her little lie about NECA and Wendy talking about each other. There was already smoke. Trashley just kind of wanted to add to it and basically said, oh, I'm sorry I did that. It's over with. Well, you know what? It should have been. But again, that girl's then talking about this woman's mother, about Wendy's mother.
Yeah, I go hard for my mom. I go super. I kind of do a Wendy, and I'll like black out a little bit, and people will be like, "You did this, and you said that," and I'll be like, "I did," because I never played the dozens well when it came to the Your Mama portion, because I go really hard for my mom. You know what I mean?
She wouldn't stop. She kept saying it.
Yeah. She literally said, "Your mom is a witch." And Wendy just kind of stuck there.
Yeah, that was harsh.
Listen, at that point, like it would have been the lesser of all the evils for me, because she's got a lot to lose. So she doesn't have anything either. Like, Gordon has no money. She doesn't have anything without Gordon. Gordon doesn't have anything. So it's like, These women are hanging on for dear life, and they're like their threads are so thin. Right? I don't understand. I hope Bravo is just showing us how stupid they are, so they can justify getting them off the show this season. I believe that, because why else would Bravo be co-signing this shit?
That's my part. Oh my God, Krista, I was just gonna think, why is the 8th housewife allowing these heifers to act like this on film? Because remember when they tried this on Real Housewives of Atlanta? So when Nene allegedly tried it with other people, it backfired. And then people tried it with Nene and it worked. So I guess it just works in some people's favor, because I don't think that Bravo or Evolve or Shed Media or whatever, I don't feel like it's in their best interest to let these heifers feel like they're running stuff to the degree where I cannot film with you so I can get you off this show. Yep. No, you're at work. You're going to film with whoever I freaking say, because I'm production and you're not running shit. Go get dressed.
And guess what? And play clips of them saying that Wendy's mom's doing voodoo. Play it over and over.
Oh, that's horrible.
You're dealing with that narrative.
That's they show favoritism, and Andy clearly loves Gizelle. So,
yeah.
For what? She's not okay. Great.
He loves Ramona too. She could do no wrong, and he still had the nerve. Never mind. Go ahead.
Go ahead. No, go ahead. Go ahead.
No. It's all off subject. Let's stay over here. It's just Andy does love the worst of the worst people, and like he loves the Teresa. He loves the table flippers. He loves the brazen. He loves all of those people. But then he'll tell a person like Candace, "Oh, you're a dumpster fire on media." So I don't know. At first, I thought it was you needed to be a horrible person with horrible behavior for him to like you, but that's only if you're pretty to him, I guess. I don't know.
I feel like, Juan, everything that these people are at the end of this episode, it's like I said, they're all in Delulu land. Like nothing makes sense. Nothing made sense except for the fact that Wendy had to probably get up and walk away. And I don't think Eddie had any idea that this man was this doctor, again, sir, you're a doctor. Why are you going up in somebody else's face like that? Very aggressively. Yeah. And I'm sure that he's going to be wide-eyed and smiley. Like, he's being attacked by Sesame Street, it seems. Again. Yeah. Again. It's like, I would be like, get me off of this show. Get me away from these people. They have done too much to me and my family. And I am no longer going to film with people that want to constantly get up in my face. This guy does not know you. Whatever. You went to the same college. Big effing fucking deal. Big fucking deal. You went to the same college. So guess what?
College is over.
But then why weren't we using that for you to get on the show then? If it was so important that Eddie was so like, I don't know whose aunt called sister's mom, whoever, blah, blah, blah. I don't really fucking care. I don't think anybody really cares. I think there was a phone call made, and I believe it was a valid phone call to make. If you're using my name after there's some kind of something in the tabloids about me being
sued or whatever. Right? Yeah.
I don't want you saying my name because I don't know who's putting this stuff out. Right. So please don't use my name to get on the show. I think that's a valid thing to do. Why not? And I think that NECA added a lot of sauce to that story and made it sound worse, and is now saying your mom worships the devil at night, or whatever she said. Your mom's a witch and she does this at nighttime. How do you know, lady?
Yeah.
NECA, what are you doing? You are ruining this show. You're
ruined.
This is why I will always be mad at Wendy and Candace. Now, granted, yes, Candace was assaulted and she had every right to be mad at Monique, but they should have allowed her to read those receipts at the reunion because she was about to end Gizelle. I just wish we could go back in time and Wendy.
You mean the colorist part? Go back in time to when Manny the color
she did or whatever. But you know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like.
Can you guys hear him? I can't hear him.
I heard. Yeah, I thought maybe it was me. Manny, are you still there?
Manny, you're cutting in and out. Hello? Can you hear me, Krista?
I can hear you. But yeah, I hear you guys, right?
Yeah, Manny, we couldn't hear you.
Did I do something to his mic? Maybe? No.
Y'all didn't hear anything I said?
No, it was breaking up so bad.
So sorry.
Oh, I said I will always be a little mad at Candace and we because should have allowed Monique to say her piece at that reunion. Because now, like I said, granted, she was problematic. She herself was wrong for what she did. She did, physically assault Candace. But I feel like she had legitimate things to say about Gizelle and those receipts and stuff. So I wish they would have allowed her to end Gizelle. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you mean with the binder? You're talking about the binder moment.
Yes, the binder.
Oh, okay.
The pink binder, the very.
I don't know. How are you blaming Candace and Wendy for what Andy didn't let her read? Didn't Andy not want to hear anything in the binder? I mean, Andy was the one with the power in that moment. I can understand totally the person who you assaulted not wanting to hear anything, even if it would take down neck and ankles. But I don't feel like they're the fault. Andy was the host, and he's the one, along with editing, who, if anybody had the power for us to be, take Gizelle down, that would have been him more than Candace. I feel like that's a little displaced. I'm not sure. How is she the victim and the blame for the binder now?
Because yes, you're right. Candace had a right to be upset, but they should have let Monique talk. Like, I remember at the reunion, they're like, Candace and Wendy were like, "Oh, you're so petty. You're bringing a binder. You're so messy. You're so problematic." I don't know. But
they did do that. You're right.
Let me ask you this, Curbs. How would you feel if Monique came back?
I want Monique to come back, and I want her to have an honest conversation with Candace when she does. Even though I just posted a live from her yesterday where she said she's not interested in returning to reality TV. If anything, what she wants to do is a travel vlog with her family, because that's what she's into now. No more music, no more reality TV. But I would love for her to come back now. I would love for her to take accountability, I'm sorry. Even if she says, I'm sorry, I was going through some stuff. You didn't deserve that. Let's move on. I bet Candace, if she's willing to talk to ankles and neck, would definitely talk to Monique after an authentic apology and just freaking move on and let everybody live. And then let those two take down neck and ankles, ask her to dust off her binder because it's all still valid, and take her down. I would love it. And I actually am going to DM Monique and beg her to freaking come back just for that.
To please dig up the camera footage that we know that she has. Please bring that to light too, because we know that that's not the only. We knew she had cameras down on that when that happened.
Yeah, and please roll the footage. Roll that beautiful
bring it up. It doesn't matter. I won't be mad at you. I understand you probably did something at the last minute and didn't realize how serious something was, so you lied. I'm alleged. Just saying. I think Monique got. It was unfair what they did to her, and I didn't.
Monique got the short end of the stick for sure. I mean, she dealt the sticks, but she definitely ended up with the short end of it in that case, because those ladies egged her on, manipulated her, used her, but it was her own actions, her own hands that allowed that to happen. I tell my kids, keep your hands to yourself, because the police don't care that you were going to keep your hands to yourself. They only care that your hands were to yourself. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And I truly, there is a lot of conversations for all this to actually work, for everybody to, there's no way it's going to work, but I don't even think those honest conversations, they're actually, they should be done on camera, because I do believe, yes, that there is a narrative that Bravo is trying to keep, which is awful, because Andy does that a lot. He picks the wrong hill, basically, I feel like.
All the time. He plants his flags on the stupidest anthills.
Yes. And I didn't blame Monique, because he didn't make her leave. She left because she wanted to. Remember, Monique was welcome back.
She was. Except for that her and Chris had an agreement that if it ever got physical, she had to leave. they had an agreement.
Oh, okay.
And that was part of why she decided to leave, was because of the agreement she had within her marriage at that time.
I don't blame her, because you have too much to lose.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like Candace, it's really sad, because I love Candace now. I feel like back then she just had a lot to learn. And now I feel like she's matured now, and she sees, oh man, this man is suing me. And you want me to be, and I believe they're still, like I said, they're still married. I don't
my
care.
God, that would be so
Or,
good.
or what your husband is doing to that woman after he's got caught with his pants down. You
Yeah.
cannot pick him up, but you are. So you, my friend, are wrong. And I feel like Candace is just, I don't think she's realized, well, of course, she has not seen what's coming.
Right.
Okay? So
Right.
she has no idea these heifers have hired somebody to accuse her husband of being unfaithful. So
Right.
she's right to go on tour. Come see what's going to happen over pickleball. I don't think she needs the show.
You know what would be excellent?
Money, huh?
You know what would be excellent? Oh my gosh, I just got goosebumps, you guys. What if Candace and Monique make friends outside of thing and we know nothing about it? And then when Candace's date in court comes with baby hands Gollum,
yeah,
that Monique is a surprise witness with the tape.
Yes. And
Wouldn't that be exciting?
Yep. And maybe we have somebody saying, and Juan said, I'm offended. He wants to suck my D. Why not?
I don't think Monique's gonna do that, because I think she has some loyalty, I guess, for Ashley. Because remember, Ashley was one of the ones who wrote that character statement for her, like in favor of her.
Ugh.
So I don't think Monique would like go against Ashley.
Well, that's what I'm saying. But where has Ashley been since then? Ashley seems to have as one and done her. Are they even friends? Do they even talk anime? You know what I'm saying?
That's a good point. Yeah.
And I saw Candace was on Sherry this morning, and she was with what's her name? She was with Portia. I don't know. Are they linking up for something? It was Candace and Portia were on. I gotta watch it. They were on Sherry. She looked beautiful, by the way. But I just feel like this show, I believe, guys, is going so downhill. Like, this is the wrong. I barely like Nadi said, I was screaming at my TV, and I barely.
Oh my gosh. Oh my
I'm like, conspiracy. I was like, okay. I'm like, Gizelle, you definitely hired this woman, and you are definitely going after the like, you're so angry. And it's like, oh my God, bravo. Are you really going to let the Osefos keep taken down like this? And Bassetts, like, again, they don't even know it's coming yet. It's like, they have no idea. And we know that, like, I really believe that Gizelle and Slobyn did this. Again, Juan's going to court. He might, Robin Slobyn only probably married him so she doesn't have to testify against this asshole. Because she knows. She said on camera, I know he did the right thing. So you are acknowledging that you know something. So you acknowledge that you believe he did the right thing. So now you're acknowledging you know what he did. Ouch, she just bit me. So now you have to marry the man, so you can't go on and be a witness against him, because you have to stand on. You're saying, I know he did the right thing. He did everything right, Juan. What?
But she also believes anything Juan says. Juan could fart and he'll be like, that's cinnamon. And she'll be like, oh yes, it's cinnamon. Yeah, like, she's just like, whoa, I don't know. Whenever he does do her, it must be fantastic to make her forget everything.
I mean, dude doesn't even want to be able. He does not like her. He does not look at her. That their scenes are so forced. I couldn't even. I'm like, why are you guys? They're only filming to prove something. I don't know what, to validate their marriage. I don't buy that shit.
I don't know. I feel like it's harmful to the kids too. I feel sorry for their two sons to have to grow up in an unaffectionate household where obviously there's no love and no connection. Like, imagine the void in that house. I mean, there's people in there, but like, where's the love in that house except for those kids? And that's important and everything. But I also feel like the adults in a house have to be some kind of simpatico in order for the kids to fully nourish and get to their full selves without all this baggage they're about to have.
Do you think Juan doesn't care when his sons go, hey, Dad, why didn't you care how that looked on our family? Juan's going to say, I didn't care how it looked. Like, So you're going to tell your sons one day that you let your family look like an asshole, and you didn't care. Your sons are going to see that. They're old enough to see it.
Their sons are going to see that he said, "I'm only here because of Carter."
And the fact that he gets caught cheating and he doesn't care, and he knows it's going to blow up. And he said, "I don't care, Robin."
Yeah.
So again, sir, then you don't care what your kids see either. Okay.
Right.
Hey guys. I gotta go. I'm gonna go walk to my last class, but it was great talking to y'all, and I'll catch y'all later.
Okay.
Bye.
Thank you.
Manny has a great POV.
I'm going into a meeting, guys, but Krista, thank you for having me.
Do you have anything? I was going to ask you. What are your thoughts? Do you have any thoughts before you go, or do you?
Last minute. Bandit, okay. I'm over Gizzy. I want her gone. I need a cast mix up here. I need some new people. As far as NECA, I felt like she had preconceived agenda going on, and I drunk, and that's why she reacted so aggressively the way she does. I mean, she did admit she starts her day with champies. And if I don't know if anybody else sees anything. I think something's wrong with that when you have to start your day with a glass of champagne.
Yes. And you're supposedly you're a practicing lawyer, right? So you obviously are educated. You're not stupid. So why are you even saying things like that on? You know what I mean? It's very strange.
Is she trying to be the Black Heather Dubrow, talking about champs and walking around her remodel in her heels with her dog? That role is already taken, NECA. You are not the Black Heather Dubrow.
And her husband's weird with how aggressive he was towards Wendy's husband. It's just like, do you want to duel? Do you want to do a old jump?
Right?
Oh, like that's what it was given. Like, why are you so aggressive with someone unfollowing you?
You're a doctor. I said you're a doctor, sir. Are you really going to break in your hands when you obviously that is your job? And like you again are a very educated man. Why are you acting like this?
Wakanda for life. Like I thought they were gonna pull out the bows and arrows and just you know.
And he's like, "Get me out." His eyes were so big. He's like, "Can you get me out of here, man?"
Poor Eddie. And then one last thing. Did you guys notice how NECA is a projection whore on top of it? Because she was like, Eddie looks like Get Out, but her husband acts like Get Out. Hello?
Yes. Hello.
Yes. I mean, they schedule. What if she's not ovulating on the week he's home? I'm like, why are you telling? We don't need to know any of this right now because.
Well, pickled ovaries can't hold the thing anyway. She needs to stop drinking with the IVF medicine. Everybody knows that costs an arm and a leg. You're not supposed to be drinking when you're trying to get pregnant. And that's what Candace was like asking Ashley, are you really trying to get pregnant? Because you've been drinking a lot of beers, like in all the books that we hear, you're not supposed to be doing that. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just weird. And then
it was kind of productive curves, her drinking and then saying that she was pregnant. So it's giving of Wendy because her family's already established. Wendy is looking fabulous. You know what I mean?
Like, and Wendy also figured out the forehead to baby hair ratio that's appropriate when you're over 40.
That synthetic wig that NECA's giving is not giving. Okay, it's just like.
And it does look synthetic. It literally looks synthetic.
That's why I didn't change it on the thumbnail. And I'm no pro, obviously, but like I'm like she came in like looking like a whole, not like right, and not at all.
Maybe her and Ashley met in the class where you have boy hips.
Woo! Tired.
She talked about going out and getting cockies all the time. Like cockies meaning cocktails. Like you're drinking a lot for somebody who's getting pregnant.
That's it. But that's all I have, ladies. I'm gonna be live this evening. Hopefully you ladies. I mean, I'll be live like around.
So what time it went out? What time?
What time?
I'll be live about 8:00.
8:00 that's 5:00 my time. All right, I should be able to catch that for a minute. I have class.
Okay. You know I'm asleep usually, but I'll try. I love you. Thank you for coming up so much, and I will make sure that I link your stuff in there And Larger, you're always linked in there because you come all the time. But
right on.
I'll make sure that
I
I
love
link
you both. I'll see you later. And
No,
what
you're
day
leaving
is
too?
it? Hump day?
Are you
Hump
leaving
day?
too? Are you really
Love you,
leaving now?
Krista.
You're leaving?
Oh, I don't have to?
No, I don't have to.
Oh, we can stay? Okay, right on. I'm
Yeah,
all
we can
charging
talk
and
about
everything.
it.
I'm good.
Yeah. We still
I'm
have a
good.
pretty decent amount of people watching. And I mean, I know that we keep it, we all have we have the same opinion, but like, it's just crazy to me. Like, I feel like Miami right now is my favorite franchise. I feel like that's the one that
I
makes
can't wait till that comes on.
it makes the most sense to me right now because they are actually real friends. The cotton candy drama is whatever, we got Lars. It's everything's basically like, they're real friends and you can tell, and it's not that serious. And now these people cannot be together. No matter what you tried to do to put them on the pickleball team together, husbands to what she said, I thought it would be husbands versus wives. That wouldn't make any sense. There's only like two, you know what I mean? Like what?
There's only two husbands.
Well, exactly. So none of them get along. So you wouldn't put them on the same team. Like it was crazy. And I know Karen, I don't
think Karen was really trying to get as much peace as she pretended she was. Because or else putting those people on those teams was never going to happen. But there was no way she could have factored in NECA. I think she got the chaos she was looking for in a different way. I think she thought like the chaos was all going to be on the pickle field with these horrible teams she put together, forcing these people to try to hit a ball instead of each other.
Yeah.
But then NECA threw a monkey wrench in her confusion with her own voodoo stuff. And I think that's why Karen was just like, whatever, and went and started being mad at Juan, because she really did want confusion.
Yes.
She really did.
Yes. Can I ask you, like, who was that other? Okay, I saw everybody was there. There was another girl there. Kiana was there. Okay, I saw Kiana. Who was the other girl? There was another girl that was in the mix, standing around. They were putting the camera on her. She was at the table. I don't think I've ever seen her before. I wish.
Yeah, it must have just been a friend of Karen's or something.
But they were putting a lot of emphasis on her being there.
Yeah, I don't know who it was though, but I did notice. I was like, oh, maybe they'll tell us who that is later, or maybe she'll come up later.
She didn't look right to me. I couldn't tell whose side she was on.
Yeah,
but I like Kiana. I think Kiana's a good Wendy needs Kiana there.
Because I hope Kiana, Wendy, Candace, and Karen all stay sane the entire season. Because right now, everybody else is just I can't.
I'm trying to figure out the timeline. So filming are okay. So now they're just watching the show. So when that happened, were they still filming or no?
I don't think so, because they only brought it up on their paywall.
Okay.
I
was trying to so I guess that's crazy, because I hope to God Candace does not befriend these people. Knowing what's coming. Now we seek into the future, obviously.
Mm-hmm. And isn't it weird? Like, so for Scandival, they picked the cameras back up.
Yes.
But they did not pick the cameras back up for Kyle and Mauricio. They're not picking the cameras back up for this fake cheating thing. Maybe they only pick it back up when they know for a fact it's real or something.
Yes, because that was not a scandal. Scandival. This chick didn't even sound sober to me. So
she didn't. She sounded slow.
And I feel bad. She's have to come clean out. And I'm gonna have to see receipts on. I believe you, Gizelle hired you, but can you please bring some really good receipts this time? I need to see proof, just because. She should understand why we want to see actual proof that Slobyn and Gizelle, Jizzy Face, and Trashley have set her up to go after Chris Bassett, because she lives in Philly. She met him 6 months ago in April. Well, guess what? He was at the show in April, Zach Peter's show in April. Philly. So did you see him that night, hon? Because if that would be a time that you would see him. He's at a show and he was hanging out with us till he left and got on his plane in Philly. So again, I'm like, were you there? I don't know who you are. You know what I mean? And then to come out and say, I never met the man, blah, blah, blah. You got to set you up to this, because who you went to, that's millions of people that heard what she said and put a lot of emphasis on that content creator and tend to believe her because she's so, connected. You know who I'm talking about. I hate to say her name. but she went to that person. So I would like to know what value that, like, what, what money amount, like, what did you get out of this besides looking stupid as hell and lying on this man? And you got to tell us who put you up to it, because you're ruining families. You don't want to be on the show. You made a clown. You are a whole clown. You know what I mean?
Right.
Somebody made a whole clown out of you, and you got to tell us who did it.
I hope she would, but she's such a liar. She's a bona fide liar. Like, we can't even believe her if she says Gizelle did it with receipts, because she gave us receipts for her and CB allegedly. So
we can't even call them receipts. Let's just say,
that's
you got to do better than that, please, because it's obvious somebody set you up to this. If it was maybe Sesame Street did. I don't even know that chick's real name, but she seems somebody set her up to this. And listen, if you came with that much to that person who you went and put your story out to, you got to tell us literally who put you up to this, because nobody's going to be that. I don't know. I mean, you made a whole ass out of yourself, drunk and high as fuck, lying on this poor man who literally just went through something last season and apologized because he thought he might have done something wrong. So do you think this man's that stupid to go out now with cameras on him after what just happened? He's not that dumb to go have a whole affair and oh God, it hurts my brain.
Yeah, literally, like, it makes it itch inside my head trying to figure out why they think I should believe this shit.
Well, the thing is, like, if you loved him so much, right? You allegedly had an affair with him. Okay, well then why are you throwing him under the bus and then running him the fuck back over if it's true? What did he do to you? Your parents would have had a whole abortion, and you didn't get mad at him then. So what are you mad at him for now if it's true? Again, it's not.
He took away his panda.
You had no reason to come out and talk about it. Why did you talk about this affair? I don't get it. It's not an affair. It never happened. And who the hell set you up to take him down? And I'm so glad that they didn't really respond. That, you know what I mean? I kept that, I was like, in my heart, I said, please don't respond to this clown. Please, guys. And then I know everybody's giving her a chance to talk. She made an ass out of everybody. Then you guys, it was so obvious that she was set up. And like, to make yourself look so clowned, you need to tell us.
And if her grandma and mom both died this year too, that was straight usury. Whoever manipulated that girl during her lowest freaking moment, if that part was true, oh my God, they pretty much even took advantage of a special needs person, if that's true.
Wow. I didn't know really a lot of the ins and outs. I didn't really.
Well, that's what she kept saying in the live, was that she had just lost her mom and grandma, and she met him at a down time. Yeah, so that was all part of it. So
it's so much. That's a lot.
A lot.
For you to just come out and say I lied. Oh no, we need more, please.
Yeah, we need a lot more. So
you made a whole story up. Come on, man. You put a lot of work into this thing, and you're looking hella stupid. You need to give us that much energy into letting us know which one of these clowns on Sesame Street has now set you up at your lowest.
Yeah.
Because it wasn't Chris Bassett, and what a goddamn shame.
And if we do find out that either anybody had something to do with it, they better get off the show. They better get removed from the show because that's too far. Yeah. That's way too far. I mean, it was bad enough that this show is like supposed to be about being married and what you do. It's not called Housewives Under Attack in Potomac.
Exactly. And every single franchise. I mean, the only one that's actually true is Mauricio. He actually is a everything that I say he is. But special needs. I mean, I believe, yes, if you are having a substance abuse problem and you've lost your family and you basically can't fend for yourself, you're basically
it's a special needs situation, and they took advantage of her, and I hope it's a crime. I hope it is.
I mean, listen, there's a lot of things, like I wonder, like in California, like where you're at, there's a lot of things that happen. And I said, see, if you left your husband at the bottom of a cliff or you found out he was unconscious for 6 hours and 85 years old, and you tell us that, but you don't tell a doctor, I have to see, there's got to be a crime in there somewhere. I
would say, And then because if there's usually in California, if there's an accident and the damage is a certain amount, like she didn't necessarily have to call the police because there wasn't another car involved. But if he was damaged and she really thought he was hurt, then why is she listening to somebody who she admittedly said has dementia? So he's not there fully in his brain, but now you decide to listen to him because he says, "Don't take me to the hospital."
When he's 85 years and he's basically pooping himself and he can't make any decisions, and you know he's so sick, but you don't tell the doctor. You say he fell and broke his leg.
Yeah.
There's got to be a crime there, and then now you act like it's okay that this happened. I have to find out. I know that I literally will never let this go. I probably sound like I know it's taken 20 years off my life, but this is just crazy to me that she's now still she's fooling me into thinking that she has like, you know, something left inside of her that's like a good or sweet, or I don't know. I don't know. Like, you're bringing your mom on. What if she was at the bottom of the cliff? Would you not tell a doctor that she was at the bottom of the cliff?
Based off of the clip we saw of how she interacts with that lady, I bet she wouldn't.
And again, why did you leave Tom Girardi? Because we don't know why you did. Because you didn't find out to the day after you filed for divorce that he was a thief. Allegedly.
She knew the day she did it.
Well,
that was a plot.
So tell us what you wrote. Why did you leave him? What's on your divorce papers? Why? What did you put down? He's
about to be broke. That's what she wrote down.
Then she needs to say that, because I have no idea why this woman filed for divorce. But she didn't find out he was a thief till the next day, allegedly.
Yeah, and what happened to until death do us part, and sickness and health, and riches and poors.
Thank you, Erica. Why are you leaving this man at his lowest? He's shitting himself, for fuck's sake. He gave you a fake goddamn life. Just admit that you were scammed, and then you found out later. I mean, come on. She could have lied to us about that.
Yeah.
Because we're not stupid. I mean, again, like, I don't know. Like, Miami right now is the one that I'm like, okay, Miami's giving us the good stuff.
I love Miami because they seem like real friends. Even they're trying. It's not all this made up shit yet.
Right. And it's like conflict resolution. You know what I mean? We're getting resolution. We're not dragging things out.
Right.
Over. And it's like, okay, great. Like, we're actually getting each episode, we're getting answers. It's okay. I can do that. So now I'm like, okay, Potomac was already on my, like, it was like, not even on. I didn't even really want to do it. I thought I would do half of it and then talk about like what we're doing now. But it was such an episode that like showed so much that I just hope that it was Bravo showing us why they're going to get rid of these women. This is how stupid they look. No, seriously, let them look as stupid as hell, because they're and so then they have a reason to say, look, we're going a different way. Then, you know, our show's not going where you guys are going. Okay, we're going to go with the women that are actually married and that you tried to destroy. Or not. Like, if not, we're not going to watch it. I'm not going to watch it anymore after the season if this goes on. Are you?
No, I can't. It's not worth my peace of mind and trying to figure out what's real and what's fake. You know what? Instead of having these new reboot shows of like Legacy and the Noobs, they should have Real Housewives and Real Ex-Wives show, and just separate the cast and only have housewives on a housewife show for real. And as soon as you get divorced, you go to the ex-wife show.
Yeah. And again,
something like that.
The book should say the first rule, number 1, nobody accuse another person's husband of cheating with a woman or a man. That should be a no from now on, because that is such a typical. I am so tired of it.
Yeah. If kids are off limits, so is my damn marriage, because that's how these kids got me.
Why? It's always the same thing with the husbands. It's like, okay, great, fine, but like every stupid it's like 3 months or whatever. They film, and then they have to deal with that shit over again, and then they have to deal with the tablet. We all find out what happened. They got to deal with it again. Knowing it's all lies, and we have to watch it, knowing that we know what happened. Like, we know what.
And it's so like freaking. What was the first year somebody got accused? Okay, so Eddie got accused of being gay by Vicky. Kim Field's husband got accused of being gay by Ken. And now on Real Housewives, Sean got accused of being gay by everybody in Salt Lake City.
Evan got accused of cheating. Jackie's
right. Evan got accused of cheating. Chris got accused of breathing. I'm not sure.
Eddie got accused of smiling too much.
Yep.
Being too smiley.
Who else?
Let's see. Let's go down the line. Well, we got Mauricio. It has been for years in the time being accused of, not on there, but
it hasn't really made it to the show yet, which I don't appreciate.
Brandy said it to Kyle. Brandy said,
but she got kicked off for Brenton for mentioning it, and it was true
because they went for her neck. Remember?
Well, but I mean, on these other franchises, when it gets brought up, they make us examine these falsehoods. But I do feel like Kyle is literally protected to get to whine about somebody bringing up a tabloid, and then that person gets kicked off the show like that. I wanted to hear. We should have explored that at the time.
I know. She's very conveniently now using the same thing that's been happening for years.
Right.
The only difference now is he's had a baby with somebody else, allegedly.
Right.
His mistress, Elsa Jean, I'm pretty positive, has had his love child, and that is why Kyle is so disgusted with him.
Did you see Kathy Hilton did an interview with Paris? Because part of the reason she's not on Real Housewives of Beverly Hills this year is because she's doing Love in Paris or whatever it is, Paris and Love.
Yeah.
And because Paris just had that big-headed baby Phoenix, or by surrogate or whatever. And she was online arguing with people, Paris was, because they kept calling her baby's head big. And she's like, he's just smart. He's a genius. And it means he has a big brain. And so anyway, they were on the Today Show with Huda in them yesterday. And they asked her about Mauricio and Kyle. And she said, they were like, do you think they'll get back together? And she was like, honestly, I don't, because Kyle would have never let it go this far if she wasn't serious.
Yep.
So I need them on this season to not only talk about his philandering, allegedly, I need them to bring up his court case. Because also on other franchises, when they have court cases, it gets brought up, cough, cough, Candace. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
And even on Real Housewives of Atlanta, the case got brought up a little bit about the shooting at OLG. And on Real Housewives of Salt Lake City, didn't Whitlow mention that Justice got sued or something from his thing and then got fired, or something happened over there? But it's interesting how none of the stuff ever comes out. And I want to hear about that dictator's son getting cheated out his money, and then the people from the state demanding that Mauricio make them whole. I need to know about this. I need to.
Yes, and Kyle can sit there and yell at the button and deflect because she is so scared of. First of all, what he did was very dangerous. Okay, so
I heard.
He's one of he's actually the most dangerous man in the mirror and in the world. That's what they allegedly. I would not want to cross that man. And this man smoking pot and laughing at kids getting on and having love babies and getting caught with Dorit kissing his back, and Kyle's, oh no, blah, blah, blah. We're solid. We're not going to get a divorce. We're just separated, living together.
Yeah.
You're getting a divorce. You had a love child, Kyle. But guess what? You let it go this far. Like Kathy said, you let this man make a fucking fool of you now for letting him cheat for so long because he got reckless and stupid because he got tired of the Hilton show. And Kyle, I would get fucking tired of her too.
Yeah.
I'm probably being a little too much right now, but
no, you're right. You're right. It does take a lot. It takes a certain kind of
going after all of them
for so much time. Always playing second fiddle.
She's part of the Fox Force 5. Remember?
Yeah.
She's the remaining.
Forget about the Fox Force 5.
Yes. So guess what? I feel like Garcelle finally. Oh, I'm so happy. I am so proud of Garcelle.
Me too.
She's now like a producer or something, right?
Yeah, she did great on that movie. I think she's done another one, but this was like her biggest thing.
Yeah,
and it was such a good movie.
She made a deal with NBC too or something.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Good for her.
Yes, so she's now able to do and say more and not have to worry about getting,
Yeah, good for her.
So yes, I feel like she now needs to, her and Sutton need to really call these women out. I'm sorry that, all of a sudden Erica wants to play like a good friend and now she wants to be a normal housewife. Honey, It is way too fucking late, bitch.
It's too late.
Way too fucking late. You have done too much. You're still doing stuff. I'm sorry that you're making the show really fun to watch at the moment, but what's happening in real life and when we get off the camera, Jesus Christ, in real life, you have literally funneled money to your ex-mommy senior, and that's where the money went. Okay, that's fine, great. But in my world, when you receive stolen property, you have to pay it back, whether you knew or not.
In Oakland, when you receive stolen property, you end up at the police station.
Okay, in California, where you live, right?
Yeah.
If you receive stolen property, whether you knew or not, and you say, okay, I'll give it back. You're not going to get charged. But if you don't give it back, isn't that a felony? Like, I don't understand why she's not.
Yeah, you can't even be in possession of stolen goods, whether you knew they were stolen or not, without a problem, according to most of the shows I watch.
Yeah, and like you've had burglaries where the cops have not been called, but apparently someone got stolen in a burglary. It must have been the same burglars that did Dorit's house or something. I don't know. There's nice burglars,
Yeah, they only take knockoff bags. And...
Yeah, it must be those burglars, They must be those ones. Like, I'm confused in the state of California how that man got away with robbing millions and millions of dollars from people. We didn't even know. We thought he was all good. And oh yeah, Aaron Brockovich. Yeah, that guy, Aaron Brockovich guy. Oh yeah, he's a good guy. Fuck us, right? Fool us. And her too. It's a shame. Sorry guys that I went over to what I go. Yeah, but looking because like Potomac right now has me so angry. I'll probably have to edit this out all the F words, but like we're selling the truth. Like I feel like we're making sense. We're not stupid. They're playing in our faces on Potomac. Bad. And poor Wendy is too like Wendy and NECA could have really had a great moment.
Oh, hello.
Are you there? Oh, were you talking? Was I talking to you? I didn't know that you weren't there. Are you there now?
Yeah, my phone did something crazy.
Oh, did you hear anything I said? I was just saying, like, it just makes me mad that, like, Wendy and NECA could have had a really good moment. They could have really talked about this off camera. They could have had a moment and talked about this, just them two, and realized it was like a very, it was like phoned. It got really like twisted by the time the story got back to NECA. It was like crazy and and they could have just sorted it out because again, like, there's so much more that we need to be focused on, like Juan and what happened. Why are we not like Juan has done some shit that's crazy and we're not even allowed to talk about it? What he did with his job is fucked up.
That's disgusting. He let that whole catfish thing go on.
Yes. Okay. And I don't have to say allegedly because he got fired for it. Okay. They all got fired for that. It is in writing what he did. He thinks that he did the right thing. And I think that he's disgusting. Because everything else he did getting caught with makes me not think now that you are not a good person, sir. So I don't really believe that you were stuck in a rock and a hard place and you didn't know what to do. This poor boy was going to lose everything, this player. How do you go then and say, my players mean everything to me? I love my guys. I love my guys. You love your guys? You let this guy almost... who knows what he was going? So disgusting. And then you get fired and say, we won a lot of games. We won a lot of games. Motherfucker, that doesn't matter. He blackmailed a fucking player and you let it, like you all just knew about it. It's disgusting. And Robin said he did the right thing. So you know what he did then. So you know what happened. So now you marry him because now to me, you probably would have to testify against this. If you're admitting that you know something, if you can say that you know he did everything right, then you're saying you know for sure about something that he's done.
Right.
So you're admitting to it right now.
Right.
So again, why do you think he did the right thing? Because I don't.
Yeah, and how is participating in catfishing or passing around a woman ever okay or acceptable?
It's not.
But to Robin, it is. Robin was, and that should be enough to get her off our screens too.
Exactly.
She's saying that's acceptable. That lady literally said that Juan invited her to the hotel, paid for her room, and then the next guy came with his dick in his hand because it was his turn.
Right.
I'm sorry, with his peen in his hand because it was his turn. My bad.
Okay, so Robin, did you go? Why didn't he tell you about it if it was so innocent? And did he pay you back? Because if you're going to take some money out of my bank account to pay some whores, you better tell. I want my money back. So if it's so innocent, she pay me back? Like, why didn't you tell me that you went and used our money to pay for somebody else's?
And what made you using any portion of my son's college fund to pay for a whore to stay in a hotel room for a week?
I would say, I'm sorry, what? Call the dude that you came to see. It just makes no goddamn sense. And she thinks that we could dig in and destroy him, but he has probably something I don't understand. Like Robin and Gizelle are going to sit there and deflect from how horrible of a person Ron really is. With all the proof in the world, we got everything. We know what you did. We got it all. But the cameras aren't going to let us talk about it. But you're going to worry about somebody who is praising Jesus and might have a cross that she put the candle in front of. That's what you're going to focus on? Bye. I'm not going to watch any longer. You guys are out of your minds. Like, I didn't watch Salt Lake yet because when I do, I end up like, I have to do these first. And then I watch the one I have to do next because then I start thinking about it. And I want to talk about Salt Lake, but I didn't yet. But I'll tell you right now, I'm Team Monica no matter what. But
Team Monica Garcia over here too.
I
love Monica.
Yes.
Lisa Barlow is a low vibrational, wrinkly hoe.
Yes.
And
I wonder if my timeline. Can she get her off our timeline?
Yeah. Can we please relegate her to the over there timeline to the under?
Yeah. We need to get her. Like we're trying to elevate here. Lisa, you're holding us back. We need to extend. Lisa, you're stuck down here. I don't want your energy. But yeah, I feel like and Angie and Monica have been very receptive. I'm such a dork. I'm like, look, they followed me. I get all excited, like fangirl over it. But I feel like they are. I can't wait to watch it. As soon as I'm done this live, I'll watch that.
I just watched it live on Instagram with whoever wanted to listen to me rant. It was so good. Yeah.
Really? Should I do that? Do you want to do that with me?
Yeah, I'll watch it live with you again. I have as long as I have like a good half
I'm thinking I might do like Instagram like you did. I've been thinking of doing I was thinking about doing Instagram as I do this too and just have that relevant. I never do Instagram live. But,
yeah, well I did it because I saw somebody else do like a live reaction to another housewife show and I was like, oh, let me do it.
Yeah, I think that would be fun. Like, I think maybe I'll do it on Instagram. And if like whoever comes up, like, because I've never really gone live on Instagram, but I think it'll bring people in. But I think, yeah, it's fun. And I'll watch the show because, my reactions are you guys.
Yeah. And then plus I think, well, from what I'm seeing so far, Instagram doesn't hit you with the CW real quick.
Oh, man, Larja, I'm going to have to write down and make sure, like, next time you do it, I'm going to make sure I'm there because you and I.
Yeah, it was so good. The only one in there this morning with me was Mama Curves and Sarah popped in.
Oh yeah, that's what I mean. Like I haven't seen Sarah in a while. Like like
I know she said she was sick. She's doing her thing. She's good though.
Yeah,
I miss her though. I was like, oh my god, Mom, it's Sarah.
Yeah, I always say in the beginning too, but on the Who's Starting on podcast side that I upload this on. You guys, it does chapters, so like it literally goes in and it tells you like timestamps what we talk about because I know that we go to other subjects and it's a 2-hour long podcast thing, but it's always on the YouTube side, it's always on Facebook, it's always on there on the Who's Starting on podcast top, but also on Spotify, Apple, and all the other ones. It has chapters. It tells you like you don't have to literally listen to everything we're doing to get to certain things because we go from different subjects. But I think the things that we talk about. Other people get stuff out of it because like we do have experience and it's just we're not pointing out things that are like crazy, like
right.
Things aren't making sense. We've been watching these shows for 15 years. I think we have the right to like have these opinions, and I like opposing opinions because we're not a cult, Nobody has
right.
It's not Bravo cult, but I never think I'm always right. Like I said, I wanted people to come up. Like, am I crazy watching this? Because to me, I believe that Gizelle is behind all that. I believe Slobyn and Trashley have nothing better to do than deflect from their loser lives to try to ruin two people's marriages and stuff. And at this point, it's like toxic, like Jersey toxic to me.
Mm-hmm.
Because again, if Wendy's got to befriend Mia just to walk away. I feel like it's not worth me. Wendy is not worth your energy, Wendy. No.
Well, and then Mia in that scene, did you see how willing Mia didn't even buck? Mia could have been like, oh no, girl, you're not going to use me. I thought you wasn't talking to me or something like that. But she jumped up and she went over there. She was like, oh yeah, Mia. Oh yeah, Wendy. Oh yeah. She was very nice.
I didn't know what was happening. I'm like, what is she doing? What is she? I didn't know what she was going to do. I thought maybe was she going to bring her over to back her. I was like, what's happening? I'm like, I'm trying to hear it better. I'm like, what did she just say? Oh, okay. I'm like, wait, so what's happening? And then I'm like, what's happening? Why are you not? Okay, I thought she was going to come back and maybe say, who knows? Because Mia apologizes to Karen for the way she acted drinking, but not to Wendy. Because you admitted, Mia, that your drinking last season led you to the way you acted, throwing the drink at Wendy, assaulting Wendy. So why do you not take the opportunity to apologize to her like you did to Karen?
Right. And I feel like she actually only used the Erica Jane excuse of I'm a dope fiend mixing drink and prescribed pills. Yes. Everybody knows you're not supposed to do that. And I feel like Bravo, again, missed an opportunity to do a PSA about the dangers of freaking mixing alcohol and the prescribed medicine. Yes. They didn't do a disclaimer when Erica used it for her excuse, or in this case, and it's harmful to society.
Yes. And let me tell you something. I was on lithium for my entire adult life up until the last 2 years ago. I have drank. Listen, I know that the bottle says not to drink lithium, but it's never made me act like those women have. And I'm just saying, use it as an excuse all you want. You're like, Bravo should have definitely put the pill bottle up where it says these, do not drink when
Yeah.
And maybe I don't know, but like you made a lot of statements that you need to now be accountable for. And I don't want to hear because you were drinking on lithium.
Exactly. That
you
part.
You walk into a courtroom and say, hey, judge, sorry, I was drinking on pills. And he goes, oh, okay. You're okay. All excuse. Oh, you can go home. It doesn't work that way.
It does not. Right.
Not when you're 60 fucking years old.
And that part.
You need to be accountable. Fucking Shannon Bedour.
How old are you? God. And then how Shannon Bedour thought that she didn't get a fair deal. Bitch, if anybody that looked like me ran into another person's house while they were on one and then tried to leave the scene, they would be under a jail. They would find space under a jail.
It was so bad. She broke her arm in that accident. That was that bad. You hit, and your dog was with you. There's a crime somewhere there. Everything she did was awful. And I'm sorry, probation is not good enough because
it's not.
She can walk everywhere, basically. She could have walked home from John. And to be now blame him, Shannon.
Wasn't she semi-stalking his ass?
She was nothing. Listen, all she was a booty call to him and somebody to drink with. That's why he never moved in with her. That's why she looked hella crazy all the time. Shannon was drinking with him at the bar with Taylor Armstrong and Taylor's husband. And I sent you the clip. I sent you the entire thing about Taylor Armstrong's husband and what she's,
Oh.
But yeah, they're drinking buddies. And Shannon, Shannon did something. Listen, you really need to go. Like, I don't know about jail, but like, should never drink again. She should not be on tour doing what is it called? The threesome, whatever. You then go on your tour, the trio that's about drinking tequila with Vicky and the other asshole. Shannon, what are you doing? Like, that the crowd's going to be like, Shannon Bedour, we're not going to let you go with this. Like, I hope to God, I know that, guess what? They hired everyone back. They're all going back. They're all being filmed again. It's nuts. Again, Shannon is like living with her friend. Like, she's living with like Jeff Lewis and he's calling it a mistake. No, a mistake is making a left turn instead of a right. What Shannon did was a goddamn horrible, bad decisions, very bad choices, a very a series of bad choices at that night that could have really hurt somebody or did something really awful. You don't walk into a judge and say, oh, my husband left me. He was fighting with me and I was drinking and I lied and I parked my car. I was that fucked up that I broke my arm. But it's okay, judge. Just put me on probation and I'm just going to go back on tour and with my drink.
Yeah. No, she needs to go sit this one out.
Yes.
She obviously has a out of control problem.
Yes.
If your best thought was to get in a car and drive around that drunk. And then your second best thought was to leave your car parked at the person's house in their living room and then act like you were just out walking your dog.
Yep.
That's
serious.
Ooh, what is she teaching her daughters? And ooh, wouldn't David have a field day with that in court?
Thank you. And then for her to sit there and go, oh, I guarantee she was leaving his house, flipping out like a psycho, like she does, not paying attention, drunk. Like, she gets all fucking manic and shit. Like, she gets really like crazy. And like,
I thought they had already had the fight and she was going back.
No, she was going home with, she got her dog and fighting with him, grabs her dog to leave. She can literally walk home, I heard. They're drunk as a skunk. He lets her leave. And then she does that. And basically, to me, that would just kind of make me have to go away. You shouldn't really be on here anymore. Like, you need to go and have some time alone, get some therapy, because you're clearly fucked up. Like, you clearly have, and you've been through a lot. David put her through a lot. And then she has this man basically finds out he was just fucking her for 5-6 years, John. He doesn't want to get married. All he did was drink with her and have sex with her. He never wanted to move in with her.
But was the sex good? I don't think so.
Probably, because they're still doing it. So again, nothing's changed, Shannon. Oh, apparently now she's left him, allegedly. After he's ruined her fucking life. He participated. Not really, because he was honest with her. I don't want to be in a relationship, Shannon. So stop selling it to Bravo folks, saying that I'm this great guy. Like, we really thought that was her happy ending.
Yeah, I didn't know. Oh my gosh, I haven't been all up on the OC. I did not watch last season because
don't even worry about it, because I shouldn't even be like going downhill with that one. I digress because I said it so many times. It was such a she didn't want it talked about because she didn't want John to know that she told everybody they were in a relationship. That's why he was so private. If you're so private, why are you with Shannon fucking Bedore? You want to be private, John? Why would you go and be a fucking with Shannon Bedore then? That makes no sense.
Hello. Yeah.
Hi.
My lovely
there. All right. Yeah, I probably ran it on too long. I feel bad. Everybody's still watching.
If you go live about Real Housewives of Salt Lake City, send for me and I'll pop in.
What time would be good? Because I have to maybe take me like an hour because my head, my eyes still messed up. So like, what would be a good time?
So it's 11:30, so that'll be 12:30. At 12:30, I should be able to pop on for some time. That's fine.
It's 222 here right now. I'm just saying, angel numbers. So wait, what time would that be for me?
Oh darn, that's 322. That's wait. So right now it's 222. So yeah, it's 3:30ish. You want to try it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Can you do it? Can I get it live? Can I do it from my laptop or no? I have to do it from my phone, right? With Instagram.
No, you can go live, I think, from your laptop.
I don't want to do it like I want to do like I'm gonna watch Salt Lake on Instagram. Like, is that what you did?
Yeah, I watched it on my phone. I mean, I watched it on the TV and I just pointed my phone towards the TV and talked about what I was seeing. And
we don't get in trouble for that, right? I don't have to.
Well, so far I haven't. It's still up right now. I keep on checking.
I'm gonna set my phone up. I'm gonna set my phone up, guys. Right?
I've done it a couple of times. Like I said, I've done it a couple of times, and so far they all get to stay up, and people were getting to watch it with me, and yeah. So
I'm gonna make a thumbnail about it so people can. And
but maybe we should ask Google if I was supposed to. I'm gonna ask Google, and I'll let you know what it says. Am I supposed to live stream shows on Instagram?
I think we can. I mean,
I don't see why we can't.
Because if I'm watching it and they're watching it, we don't really have to have it loud. I mean, too loud. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And then even the other night when Phaedra Parks, because every night, every Sunday, Phaedra Parks watches live with different cast members, and we can hear it and see it also. So, and she doesn't get in trouble.
Yeah. We'll get a warning. I'll just get a warning, and then we won't do it again. But I think you guys will love. Our reactions are going to be hilarious, and I'm going to try. Did you curse? Did you curse?
Yeah, it was good. I was screaming at the TV. I was, oh my God, it was hilarious. Okay.
I'm excited because I have not seen it. I don't know what previews it are.
Yeah, so it'll be authentic, real.
Yes, and it's going to be good. So, all right. So,
okay, beautiful. I'll see you over there.
Yes, I will get on your. I'll let you know on Instagram when I'm doing it. I'll do the okay.
Peace.
I'm so excited. Love you. Thank you for coming up, guys. All right, so I'm gonna go. But you guys know that I always have larger curves. Is always in my description. Her oh my God, her channel. Jesus Christ. Follow her everywhere. Larger curves. Sorry, guys. I gotta go to the bathroom. I have to pee. I have to get ready. So listen, I'm gonna go to Instagram Live, not here, and I'm gonna watch Salt Lake because you guys know that I am so Team Monica. I'm gonna let Monica and Angie know that I'm doing it. It's just going to be on Instagram, and I'm going to, you guys can, more than welcome to come up and whatever. But I'm just going to watch the episode, and I'm going to try it out and make sure I don't get in trouble. But you guys, I curse on here anyway. I don't really want to, but I think it's I'll try not to. But you guys will like my reactions. It's hilarious because I have to go back to my notes because I talk my notes for the shows for this. And I have to go out and I have to delete all my curse words. It's really bad. But I think it'll be nice. It'll be fun. And you guys all like appreciate it because you guys know I'm nuts anyway. But all right, guys, I hope that you guys look at the chapters. If you're on the Whose Side Are You On podcast side, I really appreciate it. Everybody's doing replay crew is awesome, whatever. And I appreciate all of this. I'm always here on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, 12:15. Monday is Miami right now. Wednesday is Potomac where my head hurts with it. But Friday is so much fun. Friday, I'm actually going to recap Salt Lake. And you know I do Beverly Hills as well. And it's another 2-hour live, but I'm loving it because you guys are amazing. And thank you guys for all the likes, everything that you're doing. Appreciate it. And not and listen, I know I'm crazy. I know I look like a crazy person. I know I rant on and whatever, but like everybody seems to appreciate it. Okay. All right, guys. I'm talking too much. Love you guys. I will see you on Instagram. Please. Oh, guys, I'm sorry. Instagram. It's linked in my description in the channel. And it's my Whose Side Are You On Instagram. Reality of Chris and Me, I've been locked out of it since August. I'm very upset about it. And no, I don't want to talk about it. I'm on the Whose Side Are You On podcast Instagram. And I'm going to go live, okay? And I'll make a thumbnail and I'll let everybody know. And then I will give these all, because we're all in the chat together anyway. All right, guys. I love you. Bye. I love you. I'll see you a little soon.